Yeah. Just sit back. Let the smoke fill the room. No looking back now, only looking up. Project ITS. Yeah, let's go. They said it couldn't happen, said the dream was done. But shadows is the place where the battles are won. We took a rough diamond and we polished the stone. Now we sitting on the top of the throne. Look at the ash, look at the burn, razor sharp on the line. We took the reconstruction and we made it shine. It ain't just tobacco rolling inside of the band. It's the story of survival that we hold in the hand. Project ITS, yeah, we stay in the shade. This is the finest reconstruction that was ever made. In the shadows, that's the cold, put the flame to the foot. We rose up from the dust and we rose from the soot. Project ITS, take a draw, let it hit. We the ones who kept the fire, yeah, we never quit. In the shadows, in the shadows, yeah, exclusive drop, yeah, you know where to find the supply. Little guy in the States keeping the standard up high. And if you overseas, yeah, we crossing the map. Cigar King and Taipei, yeah, we bridging the gap. 2 spots in the world, yeah, we keeping it red. From the west to the east, blowing gold in the air. Now we building up the future, brick by brick, while we lighting up the blend, cause the ply is thick. Taste the victory, taste the truth. No drama here, just the lead jump. Yeah. Smooth draw, full body, yeah, it's heavy and deep. Like the promises the shadow smokers managed to keep. They said it stalled, nah, it was waiting to arrive. Now every puff is proof that the mission's alive. So cut the cap, light it up, let the doubters look on. We celebrating cause the dark days are finally gone. This Project ITS, put respect on the name. The only thing that matters.
Hey guys, Tony Story Sass and welcome to today's Smokers Panel Live. Yeah, I look unprepared because I had a tetanus shot today and really drive me to sleep. I don't know what it is. It really just calls me to the sleeping zone. I don't know what it is, but I will not let anything stop me from an eating day and an opportunity to smoke, right? So, we're gonna smoke today. Even though I'm sleepy, I think after I smoke, I feel better. We're gonna smoke this Playboy cigar today. And you know, here's the thing, I could have just recorded a review for this, but I can't show the inside of this thing. So I might as well just smoke it live and I tell you guys what I think of the cigar, rather than recording something, because I honestly don't know. I don't know how much there is to talk about this cigar, right? So I got a cigar. This cigar is from Playboy 2025 Enterprise International Inc. And it was licensed under Kingmakers. Designed in Miami, crafted in Nicaragua. So it's a Nicaraguan cigar, all right? Now, I don't know if okay, you know what? I can probably find out more information on it. Hold on. All right. The reason I bought this is because I found it on Half Wheel. And which is really weird because like it wasn't listed until January 8th, and this cigar apparently came out way before that, okay? So box of 10, and let's see if they listed the blend. Ecuadorian Habano Criollo wrapper over a Nicaraguan binder and Nicaraguan filler, okay? I think this is newer. In the 1990s, they had it, and now they remade it. Or now it's basically a Lente cigar. Kingmaker has nothing really to do with Playboy. The Playboy did not have anything to do with that. They licensed them. Say, hey, you can use this name. You can use the brand and logo. to make it. That's what it is. Because I think Playboy right now is a shell company. It doesn't have anything anymore, right? It's just memorabilia. There's nothing to it anymore. So, all right, Ecuadorian Habano. You know, sometimes, come on. There we go. All right, need a little bit of soda. It's dry. I honestly don't know. Because the original one is probably made by Playboy to something like that. Oh, here we go. There was a Playboy by Don Diego brand. So a totally different brand. Don Diego is back in the day. Today is Atlantis USA Kingmaker. All right. Oh, it smells very fermented. Actually, just as I put it in my hand now, it actually like has this like a dust chocolate feel to it. There's like literally very, you know what? Let's turn on the, here we go. See? It's very fine dust chocolate look. Dust milk chocolate-ish look. Very dusty look. It actually feels dusty. So smells like a barrel woodsy fermented smell. That's what it smells like. Okay. Now I hope everybody's doing well today. I hope everybody is warm because we're super duper cold. We have that cold front coming in. I know it's going through some states and it's gonna bring snow, ice storm, Armageddon, you name it. So I know a lot of people are like, I am not gonna smoke it. But for me, I'm indoor. Snow doesn't bother us. All right, here we go. And we're currently 29 degrees and supposed to snow. We're so cold that we have a UPS truck stuck in Sands area for the past maybe 5 to 6 hours. The UPS truck's still there, I think. The UPS truck just how do I know? Because I'm looking at the map and the delivery just got stuck there. So if I can show you how it looks like. Oh no, they don't even show the map anymore. They just closed out the map because the estimated delivery is by 9 p.m. and that was 9:09. So like they're done. They're done. I think they're done. So I don't know. But hey, smoking time. You know, here's one thing I don't get it. There's one that, you know, I saw this video online, like a live show thing. The guys keep saying like, hey, hit the like, hit the gift. I'm gonna do this. I don't think that'll work for cigars. It's like, hit the like. I'm about to light this up. Hit the like. I don't think that's gonna work. I don't know why people fall for that thing. It's weird. Here we go. I'll light it up without you telling me. But, you know, I'm lighting up. I hope you guys are lighting up too. I'm really waiting for people to post it again. Back in the day, like they were like, Tony, stop toasting or torch your cigar to death. Guys, even if I torch it like this, never touch it, in the end, you still have to put it in front of it. You still burn it to death. Okay? Okay. Right away, I got a little bit of woodiness, a little bit of light pepper, and like roasted coffee, creaminess. Actually, it wasn't too bad. Just start. Just start. Yep. It's pepper. Ooh, it's like chili pepper. Burns a little bit. All right. What, like, is this? No, it's not. It looks like, for a little bit, it looks like this is like a sticker over a white paper kind of thing. But it's not. It's not. Peppery. I don't know about that Criollo, supposedly more sweeterness. Most hybrid a little bit sweeter. I just taste the Habano. Oh, burns a little bit. Oh. Ooh, my nose. All right. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. The start off, it's quite pleasant. It's like if you like a little bit pepper, not bad at all. Not bad at all. All right. So some announcement, I guess. Every single Christmas winning plus the random winning has been sent out. So if you're winning for it, you're wondering where they are. From me, if anything that's supposed to go from me, it's been sent out. Okay, I sent it all out. It's out there in the mail. It's all out. Okay, so if you're interested, like I have to have a tracking number that I didn't get to send it to you, you can reach out to me. I can give you a tracking numbers. That doesn't do anything. You still gotta wait a week. So okay. So that's that. Hey, Al Presidente. Hey, Joey. All right. And what else? Last night I was dealing with some trademark issues. For some reason, my lawyer didn't really give them the correct pictures or stuff like that. It's asking me for more evidence of this logo being used in retail. So I'm going through that and try to get my lawyer to work on that. I got a whole year to respond to them, so I'm not in a rush. But I was like, what do you mean, like, there's no evidence of that? Come on, IT has been out there for a while. Okay? Okay, so put it out there. That's that. Hey, Jesse. I did find a way to send the humidor out. So anybody who's interested in the humidor, let me know. Humidor is available. Ashtray is available. I basically have that figured out. Size and weight, how to send it. Got that figured out. Okay. You know, if this was the old me, I'll enjoy this note a lot. I will enjoy this cigar a lot because it's one of those that, you know, the Habano, natural pepper, woodiness, fermentiness, creaminess is in that. All right. So it tastes like a general cigar. Okay. It tastes like I gotta be honest with you, something that you will have bought back in the day for like $8.50, $9. So I guess with the brand, he's gonna add another couple dollars, which makes sense. Yeah. What people didn't realize is that when you buy a cigar, right, increasing by $1 means that you have increased 50 cents. So if you increase by $1 in actual price. That like say if for someone to earn $1, the price will increase by 2, right? So technically, it could be a $5 income cigar. That would be $10. But to go to 12, you really just have to go to 6, and that would be $12. Now, like, hey, increase by 50 cents. Why can't you do 11.50? Because 11.50 divided by half is actually not that much. Yeah, not bad cigar. Not bad cigar, right? If you're smoking something, let me know what you're smoking right now. You have a pairing, let me know what pairing you have right now. It's a cold Wednesday. It's a cold Wednesday. I had the heater running all day and come down, I still feel cold. I've been talking to a few of the friends. They're like, oh, my dog went out today and then their foot hurts. Yeah, with that cold, my foot would hurt too. But that's the thing, right? Like, if doggy doesn't want to wear shoes, I can't really help them. Whenever I try to put shoes on my dog goes out there, shakes it off, and you go, hey, look at this paw, 100% leather, bitch. And you're like, yeah, leather, not good in snow. How about some plastic? State of the art plastic. Nope. They rather freeze themselves to death. I can't really help them. So, let's see. What is on my list today? Oliva Limitada 2023 Figurado. Okay, all right. Smoking something different. Chupacabra, okay. Amazon Basin, is that the new one, 2026? How is that new one? Like, is it taste like Basin? Is it taste like Amazon? Is it taste like Amazon Basin? Which one? Because like every year is different, and for the past few years, in my opinion, it has gotten worse and worse and worse. But some people like it. Some people literally said last year was great. So it really depends on the person. So far, so good. Yeah, I can't bring myself to like Amazon Basin again. I think I given it so many chances, and we went through multiple reviews on that thing. It's just not my jam. It tastes like a cold and dark place. Who joined me? Hold on, let me see. Why can't I? Uh-oh, Val? Hey, why do you say that you're unverified? That's weird.
No account. The next time it says not signed in. Next time it said unrecognized. The last time it said I'm out of time or something like that.
It's weird. Did you change the account?
No, but I did have an update.
That's weird. Yeah, you want to move your mic like screen up because it's like cutting you off.
Okay, hold on a minute. Well, I'm sitting really close. I'm going to be backing up pretty soon.
Oh, here we go. All right.
Well, let me bring this over there. Let me bring this a little closer.
But wait a second. You are not in your tent.
I am not in my tent. I am. Hold on a second. I have to. Let me see. I'm gonna try something here.
You gotta use your headphone.
I'm gonna use the earbuds. See what happens.
It may work. It may not work.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. Sounds weird, but yes, I can hear you.
Uh-oh.
I see
Can you
you.
hear me?
Oh, now you lag a little bit.
I'm lagging.
No, you're good. I think you're good. Okay, you're good.
I'm good. Okay. Can you hear me though?
Yeah, I can hear you. A little muffled, but I can hear you.
All right. I don't want to be muffled. Hold on.
Try again. Test,
All
test.
right, I'm back. Is that better this way?
Try again.
Is it better this way?
It says you have echo. Hold on.
Oh. All right. I'm just. All right. Let me try to. I'm going the wrong way on this thing.
Guys, when you say you have echo, is it still echoing?
Probably me. Let me. All right. I gotta check something else. All right. Let me see something here. Am I on here? Am I on here? Uh-oh. I just did something. I don't know what I did, but I did it.
You're back. You're back.
All right. Hold on. All right.
All good
Can you
now.
get-
So when he had
can
a
you hear me?
headphone on, there's echo. When he doesn't have headphone on, there's no echo.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. Let me put this back in its slot. It goes here.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Look
I
at
know
that.
that's me. I'm trying to put my tablet back in it. I just got my cigar on the floor.
3-second rule.
All right, let me see if this comes out okay. Technical
No.
difficulties, right?
Yeah.
Because it's live.
I'll fully close your chest.
All right, that is way too low. So let me bring this up. Oh, that should be okay there. I hope it's okay there. All right, I'm back. Is that
You
any
look
better?
a little tilted. You look a little
Am I
tilted.
straight? Am I crooked?
You want to tilt that towards
I
your.
think I'm all right.
You want to tilt that clockwise a little bit, just a little bit.
I think I'm okay. Am I
It
okay?
looks tilted in a way. Just a little bit. Like maybe like
No, I can't hear anybody. Am I on mute?
no, we can hear you.
My microphone on?
You can't hear us?
Okay. I think I
Can you
should
hear
be
us?
good.
Can you hear me?
I think I should be good.
Can you hear me?
I hope I'm good. Maybe I'm not good. I think I got to elevate my tablet up a little bit.
I don't think he can hear me. Val, can you hear us?
All right.
Oh, now it's better. Oh,
I think that's a little better, maybe.
Val, can you hear
Maybe
me?
not. Nope.
Can you hear me? Val,
Wait.
can you hear me?
No.
Can you hear me?
I'm hoping you guys can hear me, but Tony, I can't hear you if you're saying
No, you
anything.
can't hear me. We can hear you, but you can't hear me.
Okay, so it might be me. So let me take a look. All right, let me take a look here. Not playing. Speaker.
I think what happened is when he put the headphone
Alright.
off, the sound still playing through his headphone.
Val's iPods 2 timed okay. It's off.
Can you
How
hear
about
us?
now?
Test,
No.
1, 2. Test, 1, 2. Test, 1, 2. Now he can't hear us.
Okay. Let me see. Not playing. Check.
We'll give him a moment.
Any better?
Can you hear us?
No.
No.
All
Put
right,
the
I'm gonna
thing
bounce
back
out
on.
and come back.
Put there. Okay. So weird. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. All right. I don't know. All right, fine. Turn the camera off for now. We'll see if he comes back. I think. I hope. Kind of. All right, guy. Technical difficulty. I think this is where he is right now. That's why. I don't know. Sometimes it's like that. Blind bloomer and technology. Comedy gold. I guess. I mean, Technology is like that right now, right? It's like everybody is blessed by the technology. Here you go. Admin. Can you hear
How
me?
about now?
We can hear you the whole time. I don't know
Oh,
if
I
you can
still
hear us.
can't hear you.
Val.
I got a technical difficulty going on here. Let me take
Put your
my
headset on. Put
Try
your
my earbuds
headset
back on.
on.
All right, let me try my earbuds back on. See what happens.
There we go. Can you hear us now? Can you hear
I
me?
can hear you now. Yeah. I don't know what happened. I take my earbuds off.
No, when you take your earbuds off, your speaker haven't set back to the speaker yet. So if you go back and turn your speaker back to the speaker, then you'll hear us.
I go back and turn my speaker back to the speaker.
Yeah, if it's on your browser, at the very top, you see like a camera mark and an address.
I see the camera. Yeah.
On the address, on the
Address.
speaker. So the bottom has like a microphone sign.
On the
see that?
bottom here, yeah.
Has a microphone and has a pointer pointing up in the left. When you talk, it moves. And if you hover over it, it's the audio setting.
How about now?
We can hear you, but can you hear us?
Okay, so let me. Yeah, okay. Okay. I see that. I see that. I see that.
And the audio setting, you can choose what input and output.
That. All right, I see this.
It's right next to that.
And I gotta see that. How
Put it
about
back
now?
on. Put it,
No, it still didn't change back.
no. Put it back on. Put it back on. Oh my God, Lord.
No. All right. Well, I just have to work in my butt in my ear.
All right. So, right next to the microphone on and off switch, if you just hover right next to that microphone, it looks like a pointer pointing upward. You will see audio setting. When you click it, it will show you two. One is input, one is output. Make sure it's not in the earbud.
All right, so
You know what? Just leave it. Joey says just leave it. Joey said just leave it.
just leave it. Okay. Do I still sound echoey though?
No, they say there's no more echo anymore. I don't know. They said before there was
Okay.
echo, now there's no more echo.
That's weird because this has never happened before. And
It's
I've
the
worn my-
same thing that I go through every time the just weird things just happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But there is a setting. Next time, I can show you where it is. It's
I'm gonna. Yeah. All right.
but yeah, you might want to pick up your cigar where it was.
Yeah, I picked it up. Now it's out. So
So
I guess
where you at? Where you at?
I am in McKinney, Texas.
Okay.
I am out here visiting my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So she has she has a medical situation going on, and I had to come. So that's why we're here. I actually wasn't planning on coming, but something came up, and actually I sent my wife out last week. And then because moms, you have to get moms out, and I got her out right away. And then I told her I'll follow you, so don't worry about me. So I followed her a week later. Yeah, so just got a situation going on and trying to work through that and getting some information, and gotta wait for results and see where we're at and go from there.
So it sounds like you gotta be there for a while.
You know what? I would be here for a while. I think I might leave my wife here, but I have some things that I have to take care of at home. I have my medical stuff going on at home with my clinic appointments and stuff.
Mhm.
So I have to get back. I can't change my appointments because if I change mine, I might not get that appointment back for another 6 months or whatever. So
Okay.
yeah, and when you're in the VA system, it's easy to make an appointment. Well, no, it's not easy to make an appointment. You can make an appointment thinking that you're going to get the appointment like within the month, and then they say, okay, we have an opening, April 3rd. So the doctor said as soon as possible. Yeah, well, the doctor don't run the schedule, and the doctor doesn't know what the other doctors are doing or what other appointments they have to fill up the clinic schedule. So this is what we have. Do you want it? And if you don't, then all right, then let's look. Well, May is already taken. How about June? So it's that kind of thing.
I get that, but then wasn't there like a specific regulation that they are supposed to get you in
Only
within a certain amount of time?
only if you have uh an urgent, okay, or an emergent situation. I am under well control right now. And right now all of my stuff is surveillance and follow-up. So if unless it's something that, you know, requires, he's got to get it done, you know, and yeah, and in most cases it's within 30 days, but it's not life threatening, it's not severe health threatening. Mine is more testing, surveillance, monitoring, that kind of stuff. So
It's
that's
kind of weird because I know the VA hospital are usually quite big, and I know it deals with other people, but like when I try to get an appointment, I get it within a month. So I don't understand like why it's so hard for hospital to give appointment. To be honest,
mm,
right? So, but it is what it is. We're snowing out right now outside. Just now, it just started.
okay. So yeah, so I tell you what, you know what, for members that are in Texas, I remember the first time I came to Texas, I was telling my friends, man, I'm going to Texas. It's going to be sunny. It's going to be warm. And all I kept thinking about was, tumbleweeds and cactus and horses and the open plains and stuff. I think I let my head think of like movies, okay?
Well,
Cowboy
that sounds
movies.
more like Arizona, cactus and stuff
Well,
like that.
well, no, they got tumbleweeds here in Texas, believe me. But anyway, so I'm telling everybody, yeah, I'm going in a nice weather, sunshine, warm, heat. So I get here and I leave Chicago and it's like in the 30s. And I'm thinking, well, I'm going southwest, you know, from Chicago, Illinois, in the Midwest to Southwest in Texas. I'm going to go in some nice weather. So we land, and as we start to land in Dallas, I'm at Love Field, Dallas, and we hit the ground, and the plane's slowing down. I'm slowing down, and I'm looking outside the window. I said, "What the hell is this? There's snow on the ground." Well, this was in February. Okay, this
Right,
is in
but you guys are
February.
over in Texas right now. It's hitting over a weather system that is supposed to give them like icy storms,
Yeah. So,
and that's gonna follow up going north
yeah,
and
well,
east.
I see. Here's the thing, and it's I think it's all up here, right? It's all up here now in Illinois, in the Chicago area. I'm used to the cold. I'm used to the cold. I'm used to the snow. I'm used to the wind. But then when you come to Texas and you think about Texas heat and the sunshine and the warm and then you come into the snow and the cold. No, yeah, it's not as cold. It's a different type of cold. But when you got your brain all set up, expecting a different type of weather, and you get weather like you just left, well, why leave? You know?
What I learned over the years is that Dallas is really not Texas. Dallas is just a place that happened to be in Dallas, in Texas, but it's not very Texan.
Yeah. So like this weekend is just like it was just like in Chicago. It was in the 20s. The wind was the wind was rough. The wind was rough. The wind had to be about 20 to 30 miles an hour. And I kept thinking, man, this is just like being at home. Okay. But that being said, it was warm today. It was warm today.
Said the
I
person
think
that had a hoodie on.
yeah. Well, because I got it heated in here. It's like I said, the weather. I probably will take this off in a little while once this heat kicks in. I got the heat lamps on now. I'll be lowering those down too. But there's a little breeze starting to come in now.
Like, so what are you in right now? Are you in a room? Are you in a different tent? What's going on?
I am in like the patio area, and they put up these panels up along here.
Like you're blocking the wind and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But you're
yeah.
outside.
I'm outside, left panel, right panel, back panel. I got some lighted. Oh, I mean, I could just show you. I could tell you. I can just show you.
No. We saw it when you were moving it earlier. So it looks like a small house, like a gazebo, but not really. It's like wood.
Yeah, I want to say it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's about a 12 by 12 by 13 area.
All right. So you're outside in the gazebo with side panels on.
Yes.
Or more like not really a side panel, more like curtains.
More like some kind of curtains. They're not vinyl. I don't know what it is. It feels
Tarp?
weird. It feels almost like burlap.
It looks like tarp.
It might be a tarp, but it's not. It's I guess I don't know, but it's weird. It's got a weird texture. It's not smooth. It's got a rough texture to it.
Is it like, doesn't it, from what I see Joey says it's probably canvas. From what I see it's like a pseudo silk. It looks like a very rough silk texture.
It's frizzy. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of frizzy. I don't know.
But it blocks the wind. It's not breathable. It blocks the wind.
It blocks the wind. It does block the wind. There's about on the side panels, on the top panel, there's about maybe an inch gap all the way around to let some air get in here. I got a ceiling fan, and I got a box fan on the floor in case I want to put that on.
Not bad. It's a good setup. It looks comfy.
Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. Yeah, it's good. It's all right. So
you have any plans to hit up Martin or you're McKinney, so you could hit up Josh?
Well, here's the thing. It's the weekdays are rough because of their work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I don't know how much time they have available.
Mm-hmm.
I did, however, go and see. I did go to this place in Plano, Texas called
En Fuego.
Two Brothers Grill and Bar to watch the Seahawks game.
Okay.
To see the playoff game. Did watch that, and
I think Seahawks won by a lot.
Yeah, we just spanked the 49ers. Just spanked them.
Hold on a second. Here we go. Now he's muted. He joined in. Okay. All right. Dude.
Good morning.
Here's $5. Go get some clothes. No.
No, but yeah. So I did. Actually, Josh is the one that I had when I was here a couple years ago in Texas, and I met up with Josh. Uh, he told me about one of his friends being a really big Seahawk fan, and I was going to try to hook up with that person to watch a game, but that just never happened. And when I knew I was coming here, I reached out to him and I said, "Hey, who's your friend? How do I meet this person? How can I connect with this person?" And he told me who the person was. Told me that the place that person's group hangs out, and I did go there, but unfortunately, his friend was not there because they either were doing some kind of travel or involved doing something for work that involved a late evening type of thing.
Okay.
But I did go to that bar anyway, and I sat with a lot of Seahawk friends, met some people. Well, friends now, I met a lot of people. And I do have a friend that lives in Grapevine, Texas, which is about 35 minutes from Plano. And he was supposed to go down and meet up with me, but that didn't happen. But I went anyway. I had a good time, met some people, had some drinks, had some food. Unfortunately, there's no cigars at that place.
Ah.
So, but that's okay.
All right. So, guys, the entire time, Val tried to set up and try to figure out his headphone situation. I was trying to take the band off. So I literally was picking on the band for like 20 something minutes. It won't come off. Look at this.
It's just like
Can you guys tell my dilemma?
paper.
There is a fold right here. I thought that's where the freaking thing is. Here. Let me put it up. You see this?
Yeah.
I thought this is where the glue is. I keep picking on this. There's nothing here. I thought this is where they join. This line right here.
Wow.
Okay.
I can see
I'm
that.
picking on it for 20 minutes. I couldn't get it off. I was like, there's no way. And I rotated. I saw there's another line in the back. It's like, what the hell?
It's understandable.
Now I hate these kind of, just like Rick's t-shirt.
I can't be comfortable with that. Why am I getting made fun of and shit talked?
All right, so now TikTok. This is YouTube. But anyways, Val, I hope everything goes well. I hope good news comes. We'll keep you in our prayers. Usually that's the case.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, I hope good news comes. If it's got enough urgency to have a flight there, I hope it's something that turned out to be good news. Okay.
Thank you. I hope so too.
So Val, why are you smoking tonight?
I got this, I don't know, it's got a skull on there with a number 5. It's a knuckle something.
Okay. Knuckle sandwich.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, Rick, what are you smoking?
Quiero tego suma.
I don't care. No, just kidding.
All right, so it was a pleasure talking to you guys. I'm gonna go back to bed.
What the hell? Cigar band shouldn't be a puzzle. Yes, cigar band shouldn't be a puzzle. I was like, it's my fault because I was looking at a screen and I'm not really paying attention. I just like, oh, the band's right there. I just tried to just kind of work my nail through it, and the whole time I'm picking on it, I wasn't paying attention. So, but it is what it is. But Val, the cold front storm is going your way by this weekend. So don't travel this weekend.
I heard that. They said it's supposed to be really cold, maybe probably snow, strong winds.
Or ice.
Yeah. Yeah. And now if it was in Chicago, it wouldn't be a big thing because
but like in Texas, nobody know what to do when it's that cold and snow.
they're prepared for it. You know, just like in New York, they're prepared for it. Boston, they're prepared for it. Okay, but I bet if you go to Alabama, they're not prepared for it. Tennessee's probably not prepared for it. Texas
Yeah.
sure in the heck, Texas sure in the heck isn't prepared for it. Now, if it gets bad enough, they shut everything down here, and I've experienced that. They shut it down.
Right.
Everything closes. Restaurants close. Imagine that. Restaurants close.
Because nobody want to go up at 9 degrees weather or 10-degree weather or 20-degree weather. For us, we just look at the calendar and we look at the weather. So, oh, this weekend's gonna be 9 degrees. Okay, bundle up.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm out here, and it's like, 27 degrees, but back home it's 17 below zero.
Wait, is it 17 below zero?
Well, I mean, I'm talking a couple of days ago.
Oh, I was like, for 17 below zero, you better not open the door. You get frostbite.
Yeah, a couple of days ago.
That's
when
cold.
it was cold here. It was cold. Yeah. So
That's as cold as ex-girlfriends. They're cold. So yeah, Rick, I sent out your humidor,
Oh.
but not
Okay.
everything else. I just sent out the humidor, and not everything else.
Okay. I thought we were gonna meet up next month, and then I'll get it from. Okay. Okay.
Here's the thing, right? Like that thing is just bothering me and under my table, so I just like, you know what? I'm gonna send it out.
I'm gonna have to move things. Damn it. Okay. All right. I'll put
Oh,
it.
it's in a box. You can put it.
Yeah.
You can put a box somewhere.
I
Okay.
could put it in the back of this area. This is I got a camel. Camel? Yeah, a camel. Not candle, but a camel. I got a candle warmer. I can just push this forward, and then I can put the box there.
Just don't
No.
burn it down. Just don't burn it down. It
it's
will
a
be a
wa-
sight to see if, like, while we're like doing a stream and the side just has a big fire going off.
That's why I have a warmer, not a. This is not
You'll be
on
right
fire.
there. Praise the leaf, and then the fire is going off.
Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya.
Yeah. So,
I'm
I sent
staying
that
away
out.
from-
which is it's like for me to test it out how I'm gonna send it out. So I figured out how to send it out, so I sent it. But
Okay.
everything else I didn't, and I didn't bother because if you complain about not being able to lift that back, I'm pretty sure you can lift the rest of the small stuff back.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, the rest of the small stuff, I'm fine to bringing it back.
Yeah. So every single Christmas winning has been out. All right, except him, and except Innocent, and except Justin Wagner, which is just down the street anyway. So good. I'm gonna hold hold their price just for the heck of it, because I like to do that.
I mean, like I said, I'm going to Boston in March, so it's like might as well just pick up the things that are not like extremely bulky.
Yeah. Now all other stuff, small stuff. I was like, I'm not sending another one now because I just sent that one over.
Hey,
I did debate to shove everything in there, but it wouldn't look nice. Like you would look a mess. So
Yeah.
yeah.
How
Not that
big
I
is a
really care.
blanket? It's no. Look at the blanket behind you. Yeah, no, that could be foldable into a luggage.
Oh, you will fit. I mean, worst case scenario, wear that and walk up.
Sure, I can put on my carry-on.
Yeah. Rick will finally get a viral moment after all this time. Well, yeah, if the thing goes on fire. Yeah.
I'm gonna give Joey a viral infection.
What?
I don't know.
Sorry, Rick. If the joke is set up, I'm gonna make it.
You know what?
I'm a little confused on that, but that's okay. But that's okay, right? I mean, what do you expect from someone that came up with that fruit by the loom white T-shirt? It looks like did you just came out from like a butcher market or something like that, dude?
No, I'm just chilling. Today's a chill night
Why? Why is it so chill?
because I did all my recordings and got everything, all my work done. So I just threw this on because I'm just chilling.
I didn't even know he had white shirt.
I got like 27 white shirts in one of my.
I've never seen him in white shirts.
I got like a 20 pack. That's not for a Diddy party. I'm not going to an all white party. Okay.
He makes Spike like in a volleyball. He just needs to find 4 more others wear the same shirt and a sofa. For those people who get that reference, shame on you. Anyways.
I mean, if this was on Discord, I have that image.
Yeah, you know, if people get that reference, oh my god, shame on you. But still, I get that reference, so you know. Obviously. What do you expect? I'm smoking a Playboy cigar. What do you expect? What kind of joke you think that's gonna come out of?
True. How is it so far?
It's actually pretty good as like a regular Habano. It's not very complex. It's just expectedly okay, good. But it tastes like a $9 cigar, maybe $8, $9 cigar. But you gotta know, you gotta pay Playboy some money.
True.
So yeah, let's say if this is a $5 cigar, right? They pay Playboy $1, $6. Retail will have to sell for $12. Right?
Yeah, makes sense.
And the packaging wasn't bad, but I figured for every logo they slap on there is $1. You know, it used to be a cool brand. I don't know about everybody. I know we all know what Playboy is, but what Playboy symbolized back in the 90s and 2000s was like every man wish they are like that. Right?
Yeah,
big man, gentleman, money, power, woman in a mansion wearing nothing but a
robe, a red
robe.
Yeah, silk pajama and robes.
Right? Silk robes. Or no, actually not, like really velvet robe.
Yeah.
Purple or red.
Yeah. And then they'll have like, you know, obviously money. You see them burning it, lighting up a cigar, burning with money.
Mm-hmm. That's what people want, right? Mm-hmm. And then they even came out with like, you know, fashion goods like jackets and stuff like that. So that back in the day was a big thing. Had Hugh stayed behind the scene guy, Playboy would have lost his mystique. Yeah, because he is it. He is like, when I grow old, I want to be that guy.
Yeah, he definitely was the face and the image of Playboy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He's got girlfriends and girlfriends. They call them girlfriends, right? Bunny girl and girlfriends or something like that. Girlfriends.
Bunnies. The bunnies.
Well, they have the bunnies and they have his girlfriend. I think he have like 7 girlfriends or something like that.
Well, yeah. Like one a week, one day, you know, a day for each week, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Once he stepped into the limelight, the brand went downhill. Yeah, because once he's gone, there's nothing to it. There's nothing to but here's the thing, internet killed it too, right? Because everybody back in the day was looking at that magazine. Yeah. And you know, don't lie to yourself. Nobody read the editorials in there.
So did you guys, I don't know, I know Rick probably never saw it. I don't know if Tony, if you ever saw it, but there used to be a program late at night, like at midnight. And it was an hour show. And it was called Playboy After Dark.
I've heard of it.
I've heard of it too.
Yeah, man, I tell you what, I couldn't wait to stay up late at night to watch that.
Wasn't that like not on MTV? It was like one of those.
No, it was like
one of the.
It was it wasn't on. It was not on like a major channel. It was like one of those off channels.
Yeah.
You know, it was on that. It was on like from midnight to 1 o'clock in the morning. Hugh Hefner will walk out. He'd have a girl on each arm. They were smoking. And then, you know, and he'd walk around and you see people sitting down, talking, smoking cigarettes, a girl here, a girl there, a girl everywhere, you know, and he'd have guests to come on, celebrities.
Is it similar to like a Howard Stern kind of show?
You know what? No, because he was not behind a desk. He was not behind a podium. He was just actually walking around and they were following him with the camera. And he'd sit down on a sofa and the girls would come by him and they'd be talking. Let's say a comedian will come on and he'd come on and introduce, no, I want to introduce you to, my friend so and so. And he'd tell jokes that last about 5 minutes, and okay, and we'll be right. Of course, they had to have commercials.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then they would fade out into the commercial. I mean, it was. I mean, when you were young, and you wanted to see some smoking chicks in nightgowns, that was the show to watch. That was the show. Okay. Now, it was a good show. Don't get me wrong. They had some really good guests on there, some good comedians, some good groups were on there too. But it was all about the background, behind the scenes. If you can just get past looking at Hugh Hefner and the girl on his left or his right and look in the background, you see a lot more stuff going on.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't think I ever watched it. It's got, because like you say, it's not on a major channel. It's like a middle of nowhere channel. I didn't pay too much attention because, like I say, I think internet killed it. Once the guy that you really want to know, like the mystique of the guy, disappears, the brand is just a gentleman's magazine brand. If you want to call it that, but you can find all that online for free.
Yeah.
Now it became, behind. No longer having to pay a subscription. Now it's just you just find it. Just type it in.
They just throw it at you. It's free. It's free. So throw it at you. There's little ads on the side, whatever, but they throw it at you, right? So internet really killed the brand. Like, there's nobody that represents that, right? I think what we have nowadays, what's his name? The guy that has alter ego too. What's that guy that, like, he's playing a big man right now? He records, he smokes cigars and
Andrew Tate?
Yes. He's the new that guy. Right? And a lot of people like what he's saying because he's like a big man guy. He's like, everything is kind of man driven. Right? So he's trying to play that character, and similar to Hugh Hefner will have, but it's not the same. Because I don't think that guy was a big man. The guy is just like, I'm living a luxury life. I have a girlfriend and stuff like that. He wasn't like, woman belongs in the kitchen, like that kind of thing. Right? But Andrew Tate was like, yeah, go make me a sandwich. Kind of thing. Right?
But so I remember, like, growing up, even with like WWF before it became WWE, Vince and you had a huge, friendship with each other. And a lot of the divas from the wrestling would be Playboy models, or they would get a deal with Playboy to do, a little bit of magazine shoots and other kind of sorts. Then there was times where you will see you actually pop up in wrestling, and I guess like to advertise the magazine. And so, today's this month's special is your women's champion Tori Kelly, or Tori this, or Kelly, or Marie Melina. So they had like that stuff, but again, like you just said, the whole internet kind of ruined it.
Yeah, Playboy should have been one of those first streaming website, but it was in charge of business side, really missed out on whatever. Playboy is more like, depends on what they're not showing you.
Yeah, it's all about imagination.
Yeah. Playboy is all about what we're not showing you, kind of thing. And nowadays, it's whatever that they're showing you. It's like, little kid like to read Victoria's Secret magazine. It's kind of like that. It wasn't supposed to be like, what? Hey guys, look, this chick, she's about to go completely naked. That doesn't do anything, right? It's all about what, like, that lifestyle that wasn't real. It was all acting. It was all. I don't know if the actual party is actual. How many people can go to that kind of party every other week and then go, I like that? No, I don't know.
I believe those parties were wild, man. I'm telling you, I believe they had the real thing, because I remember, the mansion was there in Chicago, man. Everybody wanted to try to get an invite to the mansion. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but like, okay, one or twice, maybe 3 times is like, you know, good. But like for me, I would think that after a while, the social fatigue will kick in. It's gonna be very tiring. It's like going to Hooters. Like, how often would you go to Hooters?
Well, they got different types of wings. I'll tell you that much.
Hustler cigars still around there, hit and miss. I have never tried the Hustler cigar, so I don't know. Like I was never, I have never even seen a Hustler magazine.
Well, yeah, see, that was a big thing where Playboy would show you like somebody dressed really provocatively.
Mm-hmm.
For a Hustler, boom, here it is.
Yeah, it's everything. It just shows completely naked. Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, I liked it better with you know, show a little bit, reveal less, and just think. Let your imagination, you know, it's just something there, as opposed to
more of a tease.
Yeah. Again, what's not showing you is better. Once they complete, like it's like
it ruins the mystery.
A mystery box, right? If it only shows you shadow, that box is valuable. If that box is completely clear, you can see whatever that's inside. Magic is gone.
Yeah, true. It's like having Christmas and everybody's giving gifts in a glass box. See through.
That kills it.
Of opening the box if you're like, okay, I see inside of it socks or pajamas. Wow. So it's like the amenity of it, or just like the teaser of it. Sometimes is more of a better marketing tool compared to just, all right, here you go.
Yeah. When I first met my wife in school, my wife was wearing a Playboy jacket. It's a jacket. It's just the zipper is a bunny.
Mm-hmm. Does you still have it?
No. It won't fit anymore.
No, but it's not. But does she still have it?
Have what? That jacket? No.
Jacket. Okay.
No. This was like how many years ago?
Hey, I'm just saying. I mean, some.
This is more than 20 years ago. This is more than 20 years ago.
I just looked up Hugh Hefner. I've been 100 years old.
Wow.
I still got my first Seahawk jacket that I got in 1978.
Yeah, that's different though, right? That Seahawk jacket probably still fit. A jacket that fit a high schooler isn't gonna fit a adult. That jacket probably worth money. I don't know, maybe, but I think we donated it like more than 20 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do own a Playboy magazine.
I don't.
Yeah, I can't say that. I can't say that anymore.
I have 2 copies of the Playboy magazine that has Marge on it, Marge Simpson on it.
Oh, okay.
I figured that was cool to collect. Maybe one day when Simpson's gone, that would worth some money. So I collected it like for a long time. To be honest, I don't even know where it is right now, but I do own it.
It's somewhere.
I've got the first 3 issues stashed. Might be worth something. Yeah, if you got the first 3 issues, you could get it graded and put it into like freaking sleeve. That's gonna worth something, right? Go back to some comments. After some time going to party like that, you do become jaded and you ended up being bored. Yeah, we'll figure out more and more ways to get endorphin out of the experience that usually insane way. Yeah. I got an entire Playboy comic collection. I have never seen a comic, so I don't know for Playboy. And Gone Waters earlier, he said he knobbing his first My Father's Blue. Very different cigar, very good. Pepper cream, salted caramel, cedar, nut, licorice, umami. That cigar is good. And what I realized that the bigger that cigar it is, the better it is. So if you want to smoke that cigar, it gotta be a Gordo. Really, don't make the mistake to say, hey, that Gordo's too big, so I'm not gonna entertain that. I'm gonna get a size that I can smoke. The size, that's the Gordo size, the bigger, fatter size really does have more flavor.
Okay, that's good to know.
But that's the funny part, right? In theory, the more tobacco you have, the more flavor you get. So technically, that's kind of like what it is. What else? What did I miss? What did I miss? Keep
I
going.
think that's about it. I think you caught up with that.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Yeah. So Playboy, very interesting time, in our life, I guess. I mean, that's something that really transitions what people think as classy versus porn.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and of course, you had to get the Playboy swag.
I have some.
Okay.
I still have some like shot glass kind of stuff.
In fact, not too long ago, maybe about 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, I gave away my Playboy cufflinks. I gave those
Oh, those are cool.
away.
Those are cool.
I gave those away, and I also had like one of those. It was like a 14 karat gold charm you put on a chain, wear around your neck, the Playboy bunny logo.
Mm-hmm.
I gave that away.
See, now you guys see Val's true image. What
You know?
kind of person he is when he's younger.
Hey, listen, I've met a couple of the bunnies. Okay, I've met a couple. Man, I tell you what, these smoking. I'm telling you.
I met this is what I hear from Val. He said, I met a few. Reese says, I know a few of them. And where do you think those cufflink and charm came from?
Next stream on Saturday, you just see Val coming in with a robe.
Yeah. Does Hugh Hefner have descendant?
I'll tell you right now. Yes, he has. Marston Hefner, Cooper Hefner, Christy Hefner, David Hefner.
With all those people, you would think that they would take over and kind of reboost that thing, you know.
You know what? I think the daughter took control over it, and then I think, after doing it for so many years, she finally said, "Okay, I'm done. I'm letting it go." I think that's what really happened. And plus this new, like you said, this new era where, I mean, look what the internet has done to newspapers, killed newspapers.
No, but then here's the thing, right? Like, if you think about this, right? I really think that it could be a good, large franchise as a podcast, just like, Howard Stern kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right? I think that there are still people that like that kind of image of a lifestyle, that like to know how to be a successful man, something like that. Right? So if they capitalize it, it could still work. But what happened was that they were changing their magazine to be more editorial, and people are not reading those things anyway. They were changing the way how they.
But they're changing the format. Yeah, they're changing the format.
They try to change it to a regular brand rather than those what people think Playboy really is. And that party vibe, that cool vibe is gone. Because if they continue, I'm pretty sure it could still be a lifestyle brand, right? People can still go out there with a, fashion robe, jacket, suits, like you said, cufflink and stuff like that. People will still do it, I think. But that didn't work out that way, unfortunately.
So the daughter took over for a bit, and then the brother took over for the bit. Then the brother sold the remaining shares to a guy named Ben Kahn, which is now the current CEO. And then they changed the name from Playboy to just PLBY Group, which is just Playboy, the word.
Yeah.
Now it's more of a private, is a private company, but it has a, you could have it for public trade. You could buy stocks into Playboy.
Well, apparently you can buy the rights to their logo, so you can get licensing.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of weird because I don't really hear about them that much anymore. I'm surprised they're still profit. So I'm surprised they're still
I'm trying to see what they do. They're a publicly traded company group. Online focus. They transitioned into online magazines as of 2020. Managed broad licensing for media.
Online magazine. How many of you still read online magazine? Because nowadays everybody wants instant gratification. We don't even want to read, just play. You know, you click on a thing and they will tell you exactly what summaries. You know, how many people still want to read?
Yeah, I have no idea what they do now. Company itself.
It might be like an investment firm now. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're correct.
Because if I were them,
announces a reverse merger with Mountain Crest Acquisition Corp, a special purpose acquisition company. Completed its merger, began trading on the Nasdaq stock market under the PLBY ticker. And the subsidies announces.
yeah, if I were them and then everything's going down and I own that company and I can't release anything, I'll probably use it as investment firm and use that as investor to entertainment companies. That's what I would do.
Okay.
If they were my client, that's what I would tell them to do. I would be like, okay, now that you're not doing anything, why not just change it to become an investment firm to invest the same industry, but not necessarily doing anything on your own.
All right. So they specialize in wellness, meaning they'll do like lingeries and other products to use for said activities.
Okay.
They do style and apparel, so more fashion, like regular shirts, hats.
I've not seen any new apparel from them, but that's me.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't been looking either. So it's like, when's the last time you Playboy jacket? You know, I haven't.
So now they do gaming and lifestyle. So they license Playboy clubs for like for golfing tournaments. They would do.
Val, it's time to pick up golfing.
And then they contributed part of their shares into, I guess, other gaming industries, like the video game industries. So they'll put like 3% into like Microsoft, 3% into Sony, just trying to have these little percentage into that kind of stuff, and then they'll try to display for tournaments. So if there's any tournaments for Marvel Rivals or for Overwatch or Fortnite, they will contribute into those things. And then beauty and grooming.
He gets email when ordering cigars. Sometimes they give you a free digital copy. I have never seen that yet. Guns and Water says, I still read magazine. All right, here's the thing. I do receive magazine. I don't know who subscribed it for me. I haven't subscribed this for a long time, but I still receive them. The Cigar Aficionado magazine. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I have not read them. I got it, I flipped through the pictures, and I put it to the side.
Okay.
Why? Because all the news that's can possibly be on there is instantly available online. Right? I think with us being a cigar group, we interchange so much cigar news that there was no reason to read the magazines anymore. That's why. You know, when I was young, I loved to read magazines. I loved to flip through car magazine. I loved to flip through fashion magazine. I flip through gaming magazine, and I still read sometimes my modeling magazine. But those are for reference. I'm reading it for reference. I don't read it for the content. Recently, I saw a study that says reading on screen lowers retention of what you read. Reading on screen lowers retention of what you read. I guess it could happen because whenever you read on the internet, they try to compress everything into one page. Whatever that you type out, if you score twice, it's too long. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Like if you try to read something, you score twice down, you're like, that's really long, right? If you try to read Wikipedia, if you had to go down 2 or 3 pages, you're like, this thing is really, really long.
Yeah,
it's
that's true.
On the internet, you get a very harsher synopsis of articles. You don't get like more like in grand details. Obviously, on books, since there's pages upon pages, you get everything in great details. You get dialogue and all this kind of stuff. You're willing to do it. When you're on a computer or you're on your phone, it seems like more of like a hassle to kind of see, you know, all those words. You're like, just get to the point, and then let me just move on.
Because I think what it is the white screen in the background. It really makes you don't want to read. It's so bright and like, okay, like where's my information, right? So we don't really read that much. So whenever you look at something, 2 pages on the internet, that's a very long article already, right? I don't know. It may be because there's no like, because there's lights shooting at your eyes. You're like, I don't want to read that much. But when it's paper, there's no light shining on your face. It's actually a little bit okay. But I find out because you can get a precise shrink down version of the information that you try to look for, you don't really think about that anymore. You just like, I just, you know. So when you're looking for information, you rather than tell you to flip it through 3 pages, you can get that information right away online. You do that. Now, the retention is more like, it's not really retention. It's that people are not willing to wait for that information, right? Like, just Rick was just reading a little bit of information. That 10 to 12 seconds feels long. Like, right, the silence, like, okay, when you gotta finish reading, all right, give me the information. That feels long.
I scrolled through everything and I found the point. I didn't actually read all 20 paragraphs that was on the article. I just get them reading the first sentences of each. All right, doesn't say. Oh, there you go. There goes the information.
It feels really long. It feels really long, right? Like, you know, YouTube video, 15 minutes is a long video. Right? When I vent to you guys, that 2 hour, I feel like, wow, you guys are amazing. You can listen to 2 hours of me venting. That's crazy. I don't know. I do feel like my ability to bear through how much time I spend on certain things has shrunken due to the internet, right? I used to watch Tim's video for like 2 hours, no problem. 1 hour, 2 hours. You just sit there, oh, it's over. Ooh, that's quick. Nowadays,
now you can't.
Now I can't.
Yeah.
Now it's like, all right, Tim, get to the cigar. Let's go. Right? Let's get to the cigar. You know, and I know a lot of people think of it that way too. So when I record, I just cut out everything else that I don't need to talk about because I feel like that's really long, right? In the beginning of the Shadow Smokes Legion streaming, it's just me streaming for an hour or 2 talking about the cigar. Now that I go back to watch my old videos, because when somebody like say something about the video, I like I don't remember what I said in that video, and I go back to watch it, I was like, dude, I am annoying as hell. I don't want to hear myself for that. Let's skip. All right, what am I talking about? Okay, now I know what I'm talking about. Close and go back to the answer. I can't sit through it, even if it's the 15-minute video that I made. It just feels long.
Yep.
Right? Like, Val, do you go online and read about cigars information?
No. I tell you who really opened my eyes is Joey.
Okay.
Because I watched Joey's review, and because I'm thinking, yeah, I want to hear 15 minutes, and Joey says, you know, no, that's too long. It's too long. I want to get it directly to the point. I want to show the cigar. I want to talk about this. Boom, get into it and get out. Okay. And I looked at his and I looked at somebody else's and I'm waiting. Yeah, Joey's kind of right. Then after effects, yeah, I think I do like his format a little bit better. Okay. But no, actually, no, I don't.
Yeah, like, you know, me looking at cigar reviews nowadays, I get to the summary.
Well, I'll tell you what. Here's the other thing okay, now I know, and this took me a long time. To figure out. And I'm still developing tasting notes and learning stuff. Okay, I can't figure out the taste I've had. But when I used to, in the very beginning, and I would be watching these reviewers, And oh, I taste, I taste graham crackers, I taste plums, I taste this, I taste that. Man, I couldn't wait to go buy that cigar. Man, I had to go get that cigar. I had to go buy it. And I went and got it, and it wasn't there. Well, these goddamn people are lying to me. Okay. I said, these, there's no raisins, there's no graham crackers, there's no gingerbread, there's no sourdough, there's no vanilla, there's no, there's none of this, there's none of that. Okay. So I got upset with that. Then I think the other thing that I started to do was I wouldn't enjoy the cigar because I was scrutinizing it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was studying that cigar. I was searching for a taste. I was searching for this. I was searching for that. And I'm searching, well, when's the transition? When's the transition? And I got so caught up in hearing the reviewers say, and the first third, I got this. And the second third, I got this. And the last third, I got this. Okay. And I start looking at the cigar and I start measuring, okay, this much, okay, this much, okay, this much. And I started searching and looking. And I said, I should have had this by this first third. And it's not there. The hell's wrong? And I would study and I would study and I would search and I would look. And it finally I got to a point where I realized that I was not enjoying the cigar. I was not having fun enjoying the cigar. I wasn't relaxing with it. I was so pissed off because I spent 2 hours or hour and a half and I'm studying and I'm searching and I'm looking and it's not there. It's not showing up. So finally I was with a group of people and they said, Val, just smoke the cigar. Don't even think about it. Just smoke it. If it's there, it's there. When it's there, it's there. When it comes, it comes. And that's what I started doing. And when I started doing it, I stopped watching. All right, and I didn't stop watching, but I cut down on all the reviewers that I was watching. I mean, I was watching a lot, many reviewers, and I cut it down. Okay, and so that's now. I can hit this. So yeah, it tastes like what? Let me think. Yeah, okay, I got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Okay, I can figure this out now. Or when you feel that change, sometimes it's subtle. It's so subtle, but there's something happened here.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes you get a cigar where boom, a dramatic change. Okay. But yeah.
All right, let's talk about flavors. Okay, a lot of people cannot tell individual flavor, and I'm gonna advise you guys: don't rush it. Don't rush to find flavor. Do it in the steps. All right. Here's how you do it. When you smoke a cigar, you gotta smoke a flavor that's married together. Okay. So how I identify cigars is to identify that married together cigar, the mixture of flavor. All right. So when you let's say when you eat a Chinese food, let's say General Gao chicken, right? You taste chicken, you taste sauce, right? You taste that sauce, you know General Gao chicken sauce, right? But inside General Gao chicken sauce, there is other things. There's garlic, there's soy sauce, there's spiciness, but you know that as one sauce, right? So when you smoke a cigar, it's the same thing. You gotta taste one flavor that consists of mixture of these combination of flavor. So when you taste this flavor, is mixture of wood, cocoa, charred coffee, whatever. You just know that's that. And recognize that is that. Don't separate it yet. Right? You cannot tell the difference by separating it, that's fine. Pick up those marriage of flavor first. The bigger chunks. Once you get used to that bigger chunk, now you can taste the difference in that bigger chunk, right? So this chunk might have less coffee. That chunk might have more coffee. From there, then you can start separating those flavors. Okay, I know this wood, coffee, and cocoa in here. this one tastes more cocoa. So now you know how cocoa really tastes like because you can feel that there's more cocoa or less cocoa. Or there's more woodiness or less woodiness. Or there's more coffee or less coffee, right? Those three combined is one flavor, but you can taste the adjustment of those flavors. So you know those three flavors in there because you can recognize as one whole flavor. Once you can identify those easily, then go down to taste specific flavor more or less. Eventually, you'll be able to like separate it out. Like, okay, this combination of flavor, I know is these three, and this one had more of this or more or less with that. That's how you gotta be telling the flavor a lot easier if you can recognize the chunk.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Like related to like if you get like a creamy espresso, instead of saying creamy espresso, just say a latte, because you insinuate creaminess like milk and coffee together as one chunk, and then all right, this is like it's like a latte you get from like a Starbucks. Okay, sometimes people in Starbucks they'll put cinnamon, so okay, I get a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of nutmeg, a little bit of creaminess, a little bit of espresso. So boom, you just combine all this together. Now you get that one chunk. Okay, and then I also get a little, earthy woodiness, and then okay, barnyard, whatever. You combine.
They usually come in
words.
a chunk, right? Because you're taking all the smoke with all the flavor together. Separation is a different thing. Separation by the person, they can taste a specific thing, so they know what's in there. But for you, for anybody who just started out, just like, how do I figure out flavor? Recognize that flavor is chunks. They don't separate, right? Sometimes they come late, right? One flavor goes away, and then what's left over is that flavor. So you gotta recognize the chunk that you're smoking, then you can recognize the flavor, right? Now, when they say something out of this world, it's like, that tastes like the cocoa from this specific place in Belgium, blah, 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 blah. It's because a combination of multiple different things that make them realize it tastes kind of like that. When they eat that chocolate, they taste that chunk of combination of flavors. Not necessarily that's exactly what it is. So Val, you're not gonna taste those amazing, heavily description notes because you don't recognize that chunk. When you recognize the chunk, you'll be able to separate. So, okay, A, B, and C plus together taste like this. A and B taste like this. And A and B, when they combine, it tastes like D. That's how you actually taste the flavor. Because most of the flavor combination, there's only so many. And then eventually you get the combinations, right? So if you get like hazelnut and chocolate, that tastes like Ferrero Rocher. But it's just nutty and chocolate.
Or if you get like salty and bread, you just say pretzel, because it's almost in the same kind of light. It's not the dough to make pretzel. So most of the times pretzels are salty. So this is a very salty, doughy, taste note. Just say, oh, it tastes like a pretzel.
Yeah. And now here's the thing, right? Now that he mentioned it, sometimes a flavor is texture. Sometimes when they talk about a flavor, it's really a texture. It's not really a flavor. It's like what it feels like, grainy and stuff like. It tastes like sand because it's grainy, or a really dull taste tastes like paper box because it's that texture that reminds you of. It's not necessarily that flavor. So when you hear something that out of this world description, is because they are describing a chunk of flavor, not one flavor, chunk of flavor. Mixture of few flavor makes up that one flavor that tastes kind of. Now that's because they are so used to certain flavor that isolated that one flavor, let's say woodiness, and then the chunk of 3 or 4 flavor became that highly descriptive flavor.
Yeah.
Does that answer? Does that help, Val? If I tell you like that, that's how really the flavor works.
Or I remember like when I reviewed the Amazon Basin, since kind of relevant time to talk about since 2026 came out. When I reviewed the 2024 edition, I described the note I got from the taste as petrichor. Petrichor is essentially when earth is so dry and you finally get a rainy season, and that smell of earth you get from dry earth, I feel like that's what you taste in the Amazon basin, since it's a very earthy cigar. That's a very detailed and specific, scent. Not everybody who lives, like, if you were in grew up in a very urban area, you wouldn't might have experience with, petrichor, smells. Or if you're in these type of, backgrounds, you would understand that. But that was my specific take on the cigar.
Guns and Water said, what started my palate was turning my cell phone camera and describe what I taste. I quickly went from to only taste tobacco to chocolate cedar cream. Now, tobacco is one flavor that you have to isolate. For anybody who want to taste cigar, tobacco will be the one flavor you want to ignore. And the more you smoke, the more you ignore that. Right? Just like if I eat rice every day, I'm no longer going to taste rice. Or if you drink water every day, you no longer taste water. Right? If you keep smoking consistently the same type of cigar, you'll eventually isolate tobacco, and your taste buds gotta ignore that because you taste it all the time.
Yep.
So that's why new smokers isn't gonna pick up flavor, because there's so much tobacco that it's always in every single one of them that makes every puff taste the same because of that tobacco. Once you ignore that tobacco, what you left is flavor.
Yep. For example, like me with coffee, I drink coffee every single day, and I use different pods, from different backgrounds, different, combinations. Some could be from Puerto Rico, some are Cuban, some are, Colombian, Mexican, all that kind of backgrounds, because I use Nespresso. And obviously they have the barista editions, which is like, roasted hazelnuts and rich chocolate. There's different combinations of these pods. When I put the pods in, I could taste, even though if I put a creamer in, I could taste the actual coffee difference, because coffee is out my brain now. I could taste what creamer I'm using. I taste more of the actual coffee, background of it compared to just a coffee taste.
Yeah, you got to be able to isolate that item's taste in order to taste everything else. All right, so for cigars like that. So those people who are still practicing on tasting cigar, keep smoking. One day you'll isolate tobacco and you'll get taste.
Yep.
Okay, if your mind cannot isolate that tobacco, you're never gonna taste it. Because tobacco really isn't what cigar tastes like. Right? Because you see a lot of cologne or perfume, they have tobacco as one of the scents. It doesn't smell like cigar.
Yes, right.
Right? It doesn't smell like cigar. It doesn't taste like cigar. Cigar doesn't taste like tobacco. Tobacco is one of the flavor in there that's literally overwhelming notes in there. So in order to taste everything else, you have to get rid of that tobacco taste first. Okay? So I hope that helps everybody that's try to tasting cigar. It takes time. Right?
Yeah,
it takes time for you.
Yeah, it takes time, and everybody is going to taste it at a different time somewhere along their journey. It just takes time to get there. That's all it is.
And here's the thing: people are saying that I would like to have a fresh palate to taste a new cigar. That's why I don't support that. This is why I say don't use fresh notes to taste a cigar, because now you can't ignore tobacco anymore. It's fresh. You come back, you taste, first thing you taste what? Tobacco. Right? You're actually getting less because now you can't isolate that. Yeah, you gotta get less, you gotta get more of everything, right? But I just told you, majority of this is what? Tobacco. You're smoking a tobacco, right? So you gotta get the overwhelming tobacco taste. That's gotta block everything. I rather to, like, it's like a sound, right? You have like the sound peak, and then tobacco is like this high, and everything's like this high. In order to get the rest of the flavor, you gotta lower it so that you taste everything kind of the same amount, and then isolate tobacco. You'll be able to do that. So fresh palate really doesn't help you, scientifically speaking. Really doesn't help you, because now you gotta taste all the notes that you don't like, that your tongue has learned to ignore. Right? With Asians, we eat bitter melon. Bitter melon's bitter. Right? Bitter melon's bitter. Why would anybody want to eat anything bitter? Because we eat so much of it, we learn to ignore that bitterness, and we got everything else. Right? So in order to get the most flavor, you have to use the pellet that's been trained, not fresh, but trained. And a trained pellet only comes with time. Okay, so people who go through COVID, and when they come back to tobacco, everything's bitter, right? You just got off COVID, you can finally taste things. You go back to taste your cigar, now it's bitter. Yeah, you taste a little bit everything else, but you taste bitter. Why? Because you're tasting burned tobacco.
Yep.
Okay, so don't use fresh pellet. Fresh pellet is BS. Fresh pellet is BS.
Yeah, it's like back then when I used to do my reviews, and whenever I get sick, I can't smoke for like a week or two. I would have to smoke basically daily for a whole week before I'm able to actually go back into reviews. Because once I get back into smoking, all it tastes is just tobacco. I can't really get any other notes really well in the very initial. After 2 weeks of not smoking, it would take me a couple of days for me to get my palate reset into the whole tobacco taste.
Yeah.
To get it out of my brain.
It takes like 3 or 4 days of continuous smoking tobacco to get back to that. Just ask yourself this question, right? When those people in the factory blending your cigar, you think they're gonna, I walk in with a fresh pellet today, not drinking anything. All I have was water. So that's how I'm gonna drink water to blend cigar. No. They come in first thing, Cuban coffee, drunk, coffee. All right, I'm ready to do it. And then they sit down having a heavy meal. It's the Cuban or the Dominican meal is just meat sauce and like salad and stuff like that. You think that's gonna help them blend?
Cuban sandwiches.
Everything saucy they had, and then they go blend. Like they don't go, I'm gonna enter this with a fresh palate. Wake up in the morning, honey, don't give me anything. I need to go blend cigar today. That doesn't happen. Wake up first in the morning, coffee. Go in there, can of Coke.
Sometimes they walk in smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
Sometimes
they're
you
not
see
gonna
them smoking a cigar as they're rolling and doing everything, or trying out other things. You see them with a cigar too.
Yeah, they're talking in a room, waiting for the guy to roll the new blend, and they're smoking a cigar. And when the cigar comes, wash off more coffee, and then go taste that cigar.
Yep, you would just see them do this, a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
All right, give it to me.
And then just start smoking. There's no fresh pellet. No one in the cigar industry is gonna go, you know what? I'm gonna stop smoking for a week, and because I'm gonna go blend this new cigar.
So okay, so my take on my fresh palate is it's going to be my first cigar of the day.
It doesn't happen. Your first cigar of the day is actually a horrible way to describe a fresh palate, because you already have some other things to eat. Let's say even if you say that is the first thing I woke up in the morning is just have a cigar, that palate isn't clean. Have you wake up in the morning and like I feel like my mouth is coated by something? Your mouth is full of bacteria and everything, enzyme, all that stuff, and calcium and all that stuff. You wake up in the morning, your mouth is coated with all kind of shit that has lasted over the whole night. And then you call that fresh pellet?
Yeah, even if you brush your teeth, you got all that mint, or you got that other fluoride, other elements that's introduced to your palate at that point. So it's no longer a fresh palate either, because now you
morning breath is a real thing. Morning breath is a real thing. Coffee breath is a real thing, right?
Yeah.
Anything you put in your mouth will tint your palate. So there's no such thing as fresh palate. There's only fresh taste bud, which is like you burn all your taste bud off. Now you gotta taste something else. But then you gotta taste all the things that you don't like too.
And you have things like a tongue scraper to just
So
alleviate some things.
So all right, so morning or after you eat something, how long are you going to wait before you have your cigar?
You don't have to wait. It ain't gonna change much. Your taste buds, there's nobody that wakes up and says, because I woke up, I drink a coffee, I'm not gonna taste my eggs. Who does that? Did you wake up in the morning and say, I can't eat anything because I can't taste my breakfast? You aren't gonna taste it. Your taste bud is trained to identify flavor, right? So milk will wash the last cigar out. The next isolated, it doesn't wipe your palate clean. Okay, milk has this thing called the lactose. It's a sugar. Okay, it's because it's bind to a fat, it coats your mouth. So you're gonna taste that creaminess for an extensive amount of time, right? But it doesn't stop you from tasting. It just makes everything taste more creamy. Okay, everything that you eat that has fat content whatsoever will coat your mouth. Okay, but you don't just judge a cigar based on what touches your tongue. You judge it by the texture of the smoke, the flavor of the smoke through your mouth and your nose. So it's not just one sense that's identifying it, right? It's not gonna. It's really majority of the flavor is gonna go through your nose. And now the question comes: I don't rat your hair. What's going on? But you breathe. So when you take a puff, you puff out, you breathe. And what happens is the residual smoke that you are breathing in will bring you those flavor as well. So, fresh pellet, it's a myth. It's a myth. It really doesn't help. I've tried it to, like, because right now I'm on a diet. I don't eat anything for 3 days and then go back to smoke. Does the cigar taste better to me? No. The same cigar I smoke still tastes the same to me. Plus minus the tobacco. Because now I taste tobacco. But that doesn't stop me from tasting everything else because my tongue is trained from continuous smoking all the time. It's not gonna change anything. In fact, it's more dull to me because now I taste more stuff. Now everything's more dull to me. Because I'm not constantly triggering that flavor, triggering that taste bud to say this is that, this is that, this is that. I'm actually triggering once every few days. It's actually more dull. It's like if I teach you how to swing a sword. You swing every day. Muscle memory. But if you don't swing for a year, you come back to swing. Does that make the sword swing better? No, it makes you more dull at it.
Mm-hmm.
Swing a few more times, now you're good at it again.
Yeah, it's like weights.
Right?
If every
Same
single
thing.
day you're doing 25 pound dumbbells, and you go a year and you pick up the 25 pounds, you're gonna struggle a bit because there's no longer muscle memory to it.
Yeah, cigar is the same thing. If you don't smoke for a while and go back to smoke, your ability to taste is gonna get worse. So fresh pellet is actually getting worse, not getting better. Does that make sense? Everybody?
It does, but it doesn't.
All right, give me why it doesn't.
Well, because you talk about a fresh palate, you think that it's going to be totally different in tasting notes, but if it doesn't get any better, it just like, you know what I mean? It just doesn't sound like it's getting worse, but it's not getting better.
Right. Okay.
It's weird. It's just
now that
weird.
Gone in Water brought up whiskey. Your first sip of whiskey burns, right? Every single time.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay, yeah, but there's a process in doing that. But yeah, you're right. It does. It does.
No, we learn to minimize that burn and enjoy it, right? But your first sip is always gonna burn. Little bit or a lot or little, doesn't matter. It's gonna burn, right? Because your taste bud haven't had that for the day, right? It energizes all your taste bud. Your second one, your body learns to ignore that burn and then taste everything else, right? So now here's the thing: if you don't drink for a year and go back to drink that same drink again, is it not gonna burn? You'll burn
Still,
more.
it's gonna, yeah.
It's gotta burn more. And then as you drink it, going halfway through, your taste bud got used to it again. Now it's gonna taste great. Same thing with cigar. Right? Now, brand new pellet come in and you smoke. Now you gotta taste all the things that you learned to ignore. The burnt taste, the tobacco, the bitterness, all that stuff is gonna come back. As you smoke halfway through, it gets better. Your second cigar became normal again. But
Yeah.
your first cigar isn't gonna be that enjoyable. Fresh pellet. That's what it is. So put that in your mind. If you gotta taste a cigar, you gotta test a cigar, don't use it as a first cigar of the day. It doesn't do anything. Right? Smoke a few cigars. Let your body get used to that tobacco flavor. The next cigar you light up, you already ignored that tobacco because you already smoked a cigar. Now it's everything else. Now it's everything else. Now, when you smoke a perfume, I go to a shop to smoke perfume. Your first perfume, it's gonna smell like really heavy out of everything, right? And you gotta smoke. Smell a coffee bean. That kills it, it refreshes it, and you smell the next one. The next one automatically smells better. Not because you have a fresh pellet. It's because your body has got over the first one with all the notes that's gonna bother you. Ignore some of them, and then you clean it out with a different scents, and you go back to smell it again. Because the more you smell the one thing, the more your body's gonna ignore it. That's why if you keep smelling perfume, eventually you can't tell what's what. Because your body ignore a bunch of the notes. A bunch of it. Cigar is the same thing. Right? Don't do like 10 cigars later, I'm about to review a cigar. 10 cigars later, you gotta ignore every single note that you're not gonna taste anything. Right? But if you have one small cigar, light cigar, like everybody like to have a Connecticut during the morning, something light, that's perfect. Because when you smoke in the afternoon, your afternoon cigar's gotta taste great. Because you revitalize that sense, that flavor, and now afternoon when you smoke it, all those negative stuff got isolated, ignored. All the good stuff comes. Does that make sense now?
Yeah, it does.
Right? So, for those people who didn't get it, really try it. Try it. Right? Start with your cigar. The first cigar to be a light cigar. Your second cigar with flavor like Maduro. You gotta taste everything. Now, this is why Val rarely tastes cigars notes, is because he does one cigar and that's it. He took 2 hours to smoke that cigar, finally got able to ignore it, start tasting things, and he ends the day there. He ends the day there. But if you have another cigar, after that another cigar is gonna taste good. Second one. It's like when you drink. Second sip. It's gotta bring you all the notes. At least that's how I do it. That's how I do it. Like if fresh pellet really matters that much, then no chef can taste anything after. Yeah, you're the head chef, you taste, and then like, you know, halfway through rush hour, you're like, I can't tasting anything anymore. Don't have fresh pellet. Let me go home and come back tomorrow because I can't taste anything anymore. I've been tasting this thing for a whole hour. No. You will taste the deviation. You taste the difference. You don't taste the same stuff. So yeah, they gotta keep tasting. You know, tasting, it's like say tomato soup. After a while, you don't taste tomato soup anymore. What do you taste? This thing either have too much tomato or too little tomato. It's gotta be too light or too heavy. But you don't taste that thing and you just know it's too light or too heavy. Leave that fresh pellet to the side, guys. Smoke it and enjoy it. And if you can't taste it, it's because your body's ignoring it. Just like when you're chatting with a friend, having a really good conversation, you're not tasting your cigar. Why? Because your body ignore all that information and just pay attention to that conversation. This is why you're not tasting something. However, if that cigar starts to transition while you're talking, you will taste it. You'll be like, ooh, what was that? Hold on. Let me take another puff. And that puff is gone. Right? That's how taste bud works. Okay? So when you have a conversation, your brain is going to ignore all the flavor that you take in. You're talking to the person. Your brain is focusing on that conversation. Your muscle memory is puffing. Puffing, puffing, puffing. If it's the same note, your brain is going to go, no, it's the same note. Ignore. Keep going. Keep going. Until something changes. Your brain says, hey, something changed. Something changed. And you're like, oh, something changed. You take another puff, a third puff. Maybe you taste it. Maybe you're just never coming back. You continue your conversation again. You're not going to taste anything anymore again. And then something changes. And you taste a little bit more, and that's it. So when you got to tell the flavor of a cigar, don't have a conversation. You ain't got to taste anything. Because your brain is focusing on that.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we got the term of golf cigars. You're too preoccupied with what you're doing that you're not paying attention to the cigar you're smoking.
Yeah. I mean, when you this is why I don't like to smoke Churchill. Because after a while, my brain just like, this thing tastes exactly the same. Keep going. And now all you gotta get, nicotine. All you taste is nicotine. Joey, I love you. I love your bot. But the new year has passed by like 20 days now. Can we change that a little bit?
Mhm.
I don't know, praise the leave or something. You know? So I hope that helps everybody. I think there's a lot of video out there to talk about how to taste flavor, how to taste cigars. And I think the point of focus is, number one, you got to learn to ignore tobacco. Number two is to understand that flavor comes in chunks. Get used to the chunk first before you identify individual flavors. Great explanation. I have tinnitus. Most of the time, the ringing, I don't pay any attention. Sometimes it's really loud until I ignore it once again. Yeah. Here's the thing, okay? Guys, when you hear the ring in your ears, that's always there. All right? Your ear is always ringing. Your brain learned to ignore it. Believe it or not, your ear is always ringing. Not only is it always ringing, your brain is always filtering your own voice. Did you know that? Did you know that?
Nope. Nope.
All right.
Didn't know that.
Your brain knows to beautify your own voice. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Okay. This is how human brain works, okay? Whenever you hear your own voice, first you hear a recording of a voice, they're different. Because your brain learned to beautify that voice.
Thank you very much.
Huh?
Thank you very much. I'm beautiful.
Your brain learned to beautify that voice because your own voice is sharper. It's usually more crisper, sharper. Not as deep as what you think it is. All right? Your brain learned to make the voice deeper and more pleasing to yourself because you got to hear yourself all the time. This is why when you hear your own voice, like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
But when you're talking,
Yeah.
you're hearing different voice. You're hearing different voice.
Yeah, you got a point to that because what I hear when I speak is one thing, but when I hear a recording, that's not me.
Yeah. Your own voice comes out of your mouth is actually less bassy than what you hear yourself. So your brain is like, okay, that sounds annoying. So from what you're making that voice out, first is what you hear, first is your bone vibrating. It takes all three, compress it, and move it down lower so your own voice sounds deeper in your head. Instead of hearing three voices, you're hearing one. And that one is a beautified version of your own voice. There's actually a study on this. It's like, why does everybody hate their own voice? Because what they hear is different than what they actually hear. So when I watched my own video, I was like, holy shit, this Asian guy. I can't listen to this guy for 15 minutes. But I'm hearing myself talking. So know that your body, your brain is very strong. It's very, very, very intelligent. It stores everything for you, including flavor. And it will eventually isolate the flavor that you don't like. So to taste cigar, you got to train your brain to isolate what you don't like, which is burning tobacco. Burning tobacco, according to Martin, tastes like burnt tortilla. Okay? You are tasting burnt leaf. Burnt leaf. So you got to taste burn and leaf. Right? Nobody likes to taste a burnt leaf. When's the last time you're like burning your backyard leaf? Like, I want to taste that. Nobody wants that. Right? You want the residual smell, residual taste. Like when somebody's burning their firewood, you walk out of your door, you're like, I wish I was doing that too. Right? You want the residual. And to get that residual, you must learn how to ignore those burn tastes first. And once you can do that, everything about cigar is beautiful. Including if you're smoking a basin. Just not for me. My brain has not learned how to ignore a swamp. Okay? So when you watch a video, take those notes with a huge pot of salt. I'm not even saying grain of salt. A huge, giant pot of salt. That most likely you're not gonna taste that. But, if you smoke for 5, 6, 7 years, 3, 4, 5 cigars at a time, every single day, you're gonna taste it. And it is your brain telling you what that combination taste is. In order to know what that combination flavor is, you have to experience it. Which means if you want to taste a cigar that tastes like German waffle or Belgian waffle, I keep saying German, but it's Belgian. Belgian waffle, go eat a Belgian waffle. All right? If somebody is doing a video and telling you the cigar tastes like certain thing, go eat that first. Don't go taste that cigar first. Go eat that thing first. Train your brain, that's how it tastes like. Then go smoke it. Right? Because you're not going to go, oh, now I know how Belgian waffle tastes like. No. The other way around. Go eat a Belgian waffle. Now I know how Belgian waffle tastes like. And try to see if you can get that combination of flavor in your cigar. Because if somebody describes something that you never experienced before, you smoke the cigar, you're not going to taste that. You'll taste the combination and your brain's like, I don't know what this is. This is ABC. There you go. ABC. Figure it out. You can figure out B and C. You can figure out A and B. You can add out A and C. But you have to be able to identify that with the brain. Then first you have to experience what that is. So if somebody said, this thing tastes like a French macaron. Have you eaten French macaron? Enough that your brain actually can recognize that taste without eating it? If you can't, you ain't gotta taste it. But as a beginner, you can say this is woodsy. You know how woodsy feels like, right? If you don't know what cedar is, open your humidor and smell it. You got cedar, right? Cocoa might be tough. Coffee might be tough, but you can drink a coffee And here's the thing: when they say coffee, they're talking about strictly coffee, nothing in it, no sugar, nothing. Okay,
Not a latte, not a cappuccino, just black coffee.
coffee. You need to start drinking things without sugar. All right, drink everything without sugar, then you'll be able to identify those notes.
I mean, even sometimes you even like have padrones or some Davidoffs that even smells like the coffee powder before you turn it into the actual coffee drink itself. Like when you firstly grind coffee.
But you gotta freshly grind it before and smell it, so then you know what it is. Coffee bean and coffee powder, ground coffee, don't smell the same.
They don't.
All right. In order to do that, you must first experience it. Experience it. All right. You want to know what cocoa tastes like? I can tell you, cocoa doesn't taste like chocolate.
It does not. Ugh, it tastes terrible.
All right. So you want to know how cocoa is in a cigar? Go buy a bag of ground cocoa, just powder, cocoa powder. Open it, smell it. It barely has any flavor whatsoever. Then you will know what cocoa is. It's not what you think. It's not the Hershey's chocolate. It's not the, you know, it's not that.
Yeah.
That thing is like 90% sugar that's triggering that flavor.
Yep.
Okay. Now you are gonna get some cigar that has some sweetness to it. It might bring the taste closer, but unless you can identify cocoa, you're not gonna identify sweet cocoa. All right. So yeah, that is the lesson there. I hope that really helps everyone. I know this is really annoying to hear me talking about this thing, but
No, but you're right, because if you taste cocoa powder, smell it, dab it, taste it, then you have like milk chocolate, totally different. But everybody assimilates the same thing, and it's not.
yeah, cocoa does not taste like, you know, sea salt doesn't taste like salt. Pink salt doesn't taste like salt. But unless you can tell the difference, you're not gonna taste that different in the cigar, because that cigar's flavor is even lighter. Even lighter. Like I say, it's married together. You're not gonna be able to separate it unless you know exactly what you pick out. So in order to taste your cigar, get familiarized with the food first. And I'm telling you that familiarizing means that if you close your eyes right now, you can imagine how it tastes like. You can taste it. That's what you need to be able to do in order to taste it. Okay, your brain needs to know how it tastes like without tasting it. Okay, your brain needs to do that. If you can do that, then you can identify the flavor. Take a puff, close your eyes, you gotta taste it. Okay, so I hope that information helps everybody. It is 11:04. This is where we end on a Wednesday. It's a lot of information. Go digest it, and you will enjoy cigar a little bit better. Really do. And leave that fresh pellet thing aside. Okay, all right. So that will be it for today. I will see you guys on Saturday. Have a good night, everybody. Stay warm. Stay out of the bad weather. All right.
Yeah, be
and I'm
careful
here,
out there.
Mr. Grumpy Pants. See you guys next Saturday. Bye, guys.
All right.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thanks for joining.